Hi, everybody. It's Joni here at Joni's Journals. How are you? I am doing this video today for the 5th time. The first 2 times I did the video, I sounded so bumbled up that even I didn't understand what I was trying to explain to you. The 3rd time I did the video, my phone froze. And I don't mean it quit. I don't mean it stopped. It just froze. Once I figured that problem out, I made the video for a 4th time. 4. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Had the video all done. Went to edit it because, of course, my phone had cut out and I needed to blend all of the little pieces parts together. And I lost one of those pieces parts. So, needless to say, what we are going to be making is this adorable little folio that I saw Margaret at 7 Plaza make the other day. I'm just going to raise you up a little because I feel like you're way too close for this particular video. What we have here is a 3-pocket folio that folds up inside itself and can become a little desk organizer for your ephemera or your ink pads or your pencils or whatever you want to whatever you may tuck into it that you would just like to have handy. It can also be used open like this, like I showed you before, and hung on your wall or alongside your desk using the little hole with the grommet. In my first 4 videos, we made this one. Of course, you weren't there, but I was. And this is one, let me just get this one out of the way, which is made from the Bauhaus papers that are by Stamperia. And this is what we made. And again, you weren't here for it, but we did have fun, and it was a lovely job. This one will be going into my Bauhaus journal, which I have been working on for the past few days. I have completed the cover, and you will be seeing that in upcoming videos. Now, my first 2 attempts to do this, I tried to do it without cutting the paper because I thought that it might be easier and it might be faster if I just had all of my paper cut and ready to go. But of course, I couldn't explain to you how to cut up some of the paper without actually showing you. So what you are going to need to make that cute little folio, and here I'm using 2 pieces of Tim Holtz paper because I just figured I might make this one and either sell it in my Etsy or keep it for myself, or I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it. But you need 2 pieces of 12 by 12 paper. And what you are going to do, let me just get this one out of the way and kind of stand it over here, is you're going to take your 12 by 12 papers, and I am using non-directional paper, so we really don't need to be concerned with any of that. What you're going to do is you're going to take your 12 by 12 papers, and you're going to cut them in half so that you have 2 6 by 12 pieces of paper, and we're going to do that with the other 12 by 12. And we're going to cut this one in half, like so. And so now you have 4 pieces of 6 by 12. What you're going to do now is you're going to take one of the pieces of the 6 by 12 sheets of paper, and you are going to cut this in half and create 2 3 by 12 sheets of paper. Okay, these are going to form the little accordions here that give you your little flexibility on your pockets. And I'm just looking up and checking that my phone is working. So what you're going to do is you now have two 3x12 pieces of paper, and you are going to cut each of them into little 4x3 cards that are going to form the accordion for the sides of your folios. So out of each one, you're going to get 3 but 4x3 cards. And let's cut the other one. I'm going to measure it. Okay, we have 4x3. Whoops. And then we'll do the next one. And we have 4x3. So now you have 6 4x3 cards and 3 pieces of paper that are 6x12. Okay, I'm going to put my cutting board aside. And I am going to grab my scoreboard. Whoop. Okay. Whoop. Sorry about the noise. Let me see if you can see what I'm doing. Let me raise you up a smidge more. There we go. And I'm just going to raise my lamp. So it is now 11:30 at night. So it's a little dark. Okay. Let me explain to you how and why we are going to score our pieces of 6x12 paper to create our pockets. If you can see here, the space between the bottom of this pocket and the top of this pocket is just about 2.5 inches. Okay, you need that space to be able to fold 2 of the pockets into themselves. See? Okay. And then this space is just about 3.5 inches, and we need that space to be able to fold all 3 of our pockets together to create our little fold-up folio. So in order to do that, we have to create our little pockets. And what we're going to do is we're going to take, and you're going to do this on only one of your 6x12 sheets. You're only going to score one in this manner. Let me just grab my little score tool. For this one, we are going to score at 3.5, and then we're going to score at 4.5. And what we've done here, if I can get a hold of it, is we have created our pocket and the spine of our pocket, which would be, let's get this again, which would be this part. We're going to call that the spine. Okay, here's the front of the pocket and here's the spine. Let's just put this to the side again. Okay, this is going to form the bottom pocket. So again, you're going to score at 3.5. You're going to score at 4.5. And for this particular one, you are going to score again at 8. And then only on this one, you're going to score at 10. And you're going to score at 11. We're going to cut this little piece off because that will form the bottom pocket, which is ultimately shorter in space than the other 2. Okay, so this is pocket number 1, and I'm just going to write a little number 1 up here so that I remember which pocket it is and which one I have to cut the piece off of. Now for the other 2 pockets, which are your, let's get this again, middle pocket and your top pocket, those 2 are going to be scored identically. Okay, so we'll do both of those, and those are scored at, let's just get our paper in there. See, this is supposed to be a 12x12 and it's shorter than a 12x12. This one, well, the next 2, you're going to score at 3.5 and 4.5 again. Now remember, this is our pocket, this is our spine. And then you're going to score at 8, and you're going to score at 11. Okay, let's do the other one. Let's grab this out of here. Whoops. Come on. Okay. And then the other one, which is either your top or your middle pocket. It doesn't really matter. Again, you're going to score at 3.5. And you're going to score at 4.5. And you're going to score at 8. And you're going to score at 11. Now what you're also going to do is you're going to need to score your little accordions. Okay? And what you do for those is you take them and you score them at 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and 3. Okay? So we're going to do those all in succession pretty quickly. So yeah, like I said, this is the 5th time I am doing this video, and I almost gave up and said, never mind, I'm not even going to try to do it. It's the curse of the folio, and it just doesn't seem to want to happen. Now, by curse of the folio, I mean, if you have been following me for a while, you will remember that back at Christmas time, I created a Christmas folio for Tracy Fox Creatives December Daily. And I ended up with about 5 of the same folio because between having problems filming and having problems getting things done, I ended up with a ton of folios. Of course, they eventually became a giveaway in my 500 subscriber giveaway, but I was just so frustrated, and I ended up with so many folios. It was hysterical. Well, I can look back now and laugh, but back in December, it wasn't so funny. All right, now we're at the last one. So you score at 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and 3. And let me just check my camera's still working. Yes, it is. Okay. So we have done all of our scoring, and we're going to put our scoreboard aside, and I'm going to put my score tool back, and I'm just going to grab my cutting board again, because we're going to cut the extra piece off of pocket number 1. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink this just so I can see where I'm cutting. It makes it a little bit easier for me because I'm working at a distance away from my cutting board and I can't be quite right over it. So I want to know that I am at least scoring in the right spot. And I think we've got it. Okay. If I cut up a little bit more, the world's not going to come to an end. I think I got it right on target. Okay. When you cut this piece off, don't lose it. It's going to be used as the closure for the top of the folio. Okay, so now, since I like rounded corners on my pockets, I'm going to grab my corner rounder, and I'm going to take, and I'm going to use the biggest corner, and I'm going to clip off my corners on all of my pockets. Now this is... I want to turn this way and have the little red floral as my inside. So I'm going to grab this again, and I'm going to clip off my corners and fold it up, because we are, unfortunately, you're going to have to sit through it. We're going to do some inking. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this my bottom pocket and this my top pocket, because if you look, they're pretty close to, they're almost identical to each other. So I want them to be separated. And we're going to take this one and we're going to make this one our middle pocket. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. So here's the bottom of our pocket over here. And again, I'm going to clip off the corners like so, and make sure I got that right. And then I am going to ink, all of my corners. I did ink the outsides of the papers. My husband was in here searching for some pieces parts for his generator, which died on him the other day. It was a nice generator that he had gotten from a friend of ours, and he had it for, oh gosh, about 10 years, and it just decided to stop working on him. So he had to go out and buy a new one, but he knows that he can fix the old one. He just didn't want, he would lose too much work time without a generator. So he bought the new one and fully intends to fix the other one. So it needs something called a capacitor, and he was able to find the piece on Amazon. So since I was having a rough day of it, while he was doing his little shopping, I went and took a shower, I washed and blow dried my hair, and I just figured, okay, well, I will come back and I will do my video when he is done doing everything that he needs to do, because he tends to chat to himself while he does things, and nobody needs to hear what he was talking about. Oh, and then he needed some HDMI cables for our TV, and yeah. So I went and took a shower and took my time, and I played my video game, and yeah. So now I am back here trying to get this video done for you so you guys can make one of these too. All right. And now we're up to the last folio, the last pocket rather. And I'm just going to ink. And as you can see, I'm doing this rather quickly because I don't want you guys to have to suffer. But yeah, I saw Margaret do this, and I commented on her channel that I just loved what she had made, and that I was probably going to do a video on my channel of the same thing. And I will tag her channel because, of course, you know, we all have our own style and our own ways of doing things. And hers is a little bit different than this one. She did decorate it, but the Tim Holtz paper is just so yummy and so already decorated itself that you don't really need, or well, I don't feel the need to have to decorate it any more than it already is. Okay, I think we're pretty much done with inking all of that. I'm gonna get this side really quick. And if you don't like the inking, you can always skip ahead. Oh, gotta ink this because that's the part that we cut off. Okay, alrighty. The inking is done on that, and that's our number 1 pocket. I'm going to put that on top. Now, what you're going to do with your little accordion pieces is you're going to fold over the long end, and then you're just going to fold it like an accordion. Fold it down, fold it up, fold it down, fold it up, and again on this one. And then I am going to ink my edges here. Okay, just want it to look grungy, and I'm using my Scorched Timber Distress ink as opposed to using my Scorched Timber Distress Oxide, which I have been using, because I find I always forget. I use the oxide so often that I never remember how really dark the inks are. And so, yeah, I took it out the other day because I bought it when I bought the oxide. And I said, let me just play and use the ink for a change. And I remembered, oh, the lusciousness of the darkness of this. And so, yeah, we're just going to ink really quick all around and get this done. And I would skip this part, but this is the next step in making the folio. So yeah, you can, of course, if you're using double-sided paper, which I do recommend for this, unless you like the white inside, you can alternate whichever side you want to show on the outside of your accordion edges. In other words, if I had folded it the opposite way, the inside edge, the inside of the folio, rather, would be showing on the edge of the pocket. Okay, 3 more to go, and then we're done. Alrighty, so yeah. I was going again, the first time I did this, I had pre-cut and pre-inked and when I tried to explain to you guys how to do it, I just said to myself, they're never going to fully understand the way to get this done unless I start from the beginning and just do the whole thing with you. This is President's Day weekend, and so I am off from school tomorrow as well. So I had all intentions of making a whole bunch of videos this weekend, and that just didn't come to fruition. Yesterday I had to go get a blood test done, and then I had to come home and cook because we had a birthday party for my younger cousin at her mom's house, which is next door. And so I made some sweet and sour meatballs, and I had some shopping to do. And today we had to go out and go do some shopping. We were looking for a couple of pieces of furniture. We needed countertop stools for our island. And so we went and did that. And I came home and I said, no problem. I can get like 2 or 3 videos done. Yeah, I got 2 or 3 videos done on the same exact thing, and none of them came out right. I did manage to record a video, which will be posted after this one, showing you the Bauhaus journal cover, and also showing you the Artie journal pages and such. And so yeah, that'll be out right after this video. Okay, believe it or not, we are done inking. So let's get this out of the way and let's start gluing. Now what you're going to do before you can glue this whole thing together is you're going to need to create your pockets, okay? So in order to do that, this is our pocket number 1. We should erase that. Where is my eraser? Can't reach it. It's too far away. So I'm just going to use this little eraser on my pencil here because we don't want the number 1 to show on the outside of the folio. Okay, this is pocket number 1. Now, before you can glue the whole thing together, you have to put your accordion. Oops, sorry about that. You have to put your accordion pieces in. And what you're going to do is you're going to take, if you see you have the little insides of it, and you have the 2 long ends, the long ends are going to face in, okay? See, they're going to face in on the pocket. And we're going to add some glue. Okay. And we are going to glue them down. Oh, and look, my glue cooperated. Well, that's one good thing that happened today. Oh, lordy, lordy. Okay, so you're going to take it and you're going to face this part inside your folio. And you're going to lay it down up against the inside crease of your pocket. See, you have the little spine. You're going to put it inside and just put it up to that little crease. Okay, I like to push my little hinges in a little bit further off the edge than you might think. And so I come in, oh gosh, maybe a 1/16 of an inch. So let's grab this one, and we're going to add some glue to this one. What you're going to do is you're going to glue the accordions down to the folder before you flip your pocket open. So you're going to have both of them glued and attached before you flip up the front of your pocket. So let's get this one in here. I really should have inked these so you could see a little bit more easily exactly where I'm putting the hinges. But yeah, I think you can figure it out. Okay, see, because here's the front of the pocket. So you're gluing them down to this one edge here. That would be the 3.5, that would be the 4.5 inch mark. Okay, so now that you have them both glued down to the folio, you're going to glue them to the front of your pocket. So you're going to put glue all along them and close to the edges and the bottoms and everything. And you can even add a little glue in the middle. And you're going to do that on both sides. Okay, like so. And then you're going to flip your pocket up onto them. And I'm just going to grab it and take my advice and make sure that your pocket is straight, okay, along this crease here. Because the first one I made, my pocket wasn't straight. And I'm just going to reach down inside the pocket and push down on the accordion to make sure that it's completely attached, like so. And then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, like that. And it seems to be attached. Okay, and we're just going to push it down. Okay, and now we're going to grab our second pocket, which is this one. No, actually, nope. That's our top pocket. This is our middle pocket. I don't want to get them out of order. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ink this so that you can see what I'm talking about. These are the 2 score marks that created the spine on our pocket. And I'm just going to ink the inside so you can see. See, here's the back of our pocket and the front of our pocket, and there's our spine. So you're going to attach your little accordion to the inside of the folio. And I'm going to give it plenty of glue. I'm going to glue all the way around. And remember, we're gluing with the open edge in, okay? And so you're going to put it down. And like I said, I like to come in a little further, a little bit off the edge of my folio. Whoop. And you're just going to come to just up to that little crease there. See? Let me grab a hold of it. See how I have it glued? Just up to the first crease. Okay, I'm going to push it down just to make sure it's nice and creased there. And then I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to grab another one of the accordions. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Put some glue on. Make sure it's nice and gluey. And then we're going to take it and we're going to put it down just up to the score mark. I'm going to push it down like so. Okay? I hope that inking it helped you to see a little bit better what we're doing. And then we're going to take, and this is the front, okay? So we're going to take it, and once again, we're going to put glue along the accordions like so. This way. I'm going to put a little bit on this side so that it's nice and gluey and it stays stuck like so. We're going to flip up our front and we're just going to attach it to our little accordions, and we're going to turn it over. Oops, what did I do? I'm going to turn it over. Oh, come on. Oh, I think I got it stuck. There we go. Okay, and we're going to make sure it's straight. Okay, like so. And we're going to turn it over, and we're just going to flatten it out. I know you can't see this, and I'm sorry, but I'm just reaching inside and flattening it out, and then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to do the same thing and make sure that everything's glued down nice and tight. You can see inside, I hope. Yeah, you can see inside. So all I was doing was I was reaching down and making sure that these were flattened out and nice and glued. And there's our middle pocket. Okay. And now we're going to do the same thing with this one. And again, I'm going to lightly ink just so you can see where I'm gluing and where I'm gluing up to. Like so. Oh, I forgot to ink this edge too. Okay, we'll just give a little ink there. Oh, what did I do? I completely forgot to ink this. Okay, we're just going to grab a little ink here. But yeah, I had hoped to get a bunch of videos done this weekend and give you guys more to see. But that didn't happen. So tomorrow, I think I'm going to sit and make a couple of videos. My husband might be working tomorrow. He might not be working. I don't know. But either way, I am just going to make my videos. Okay, so let's grab our last two pieces of accordion, and we're going to glue this down like so. And get that done. And we'll put it here, and we're just going to go like before, almost to the edge and down to the crease, and flip it around and do the other one. I think tomorrow's videos, if you watch the video after this one, once they've all uploaded, which I'm hoping they will do, because our weather's been pretty crummy today. And that usually means that our Wi-Fi isn't the best. We're going to be doing some work on the Arty Arty journal, and maybe a little bit of work on the Bauhaus journal too. Okay, so yes, we have finally got it. We're going to add glue. And so yeah, this may look complicated, but as you can see, it's just a lot of repetition. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. And then once we glue it together, we're just going to put our closure on with a little bit of Velcro. I am not putting a grommet in it. Okay, let's make sure. There we go. Push it down. Make sure it's straight. Make sure it's attached. Just go in here really quick and push down. And go in here really quick and push down. And then I'm going to flip it over and make sure that everything is attached nice. And you can take a peek inside. Yep, everything looks pretty good. Okay, now the part that we've all been waiting for, we are going to glue the whole thing together. So now this is our shorter pocket. Shorter, I mean by we cut off the one edge. So this is our bottom pocket, and now we're going to add our middle pocket. And all you're simply going to do, I'm going to add some glue to the little flap on top. And this is where we scored at 10, and this is where we cut off at 11. And we're going to take and we're going to glue our pocket down almost to the crease. And I want to make sure and flip it over and make sure that it's straight. I'm going to grab it again. And you can see we're gluing almost to the crease. Okay. I'll get it nice and straight. Oh, it came apart again. I'm just going to lay it down and take a look at it this way. Can you see what I'm doing? Yes, you can. And then I'm going to take and flip it over and make sure that it's attached. See how cool it looks on the back too. And then I'm going to flip it back over. I'm going to reach in inside the pocket and just push down. Okay, so we have our bottom pocket like this and our middle pocket, and see how they fit together. Okay, so now we're going to attach our top pocket. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add some glue to the upper flap, like so. And all the way down and all the way around, like this. Okay, and then we're going to add our top pocket. Okay, I'm just going to slip it on almost to the crease like we did the other one. I'm going to push down a little, and then I'm just going to flip it, only because I can't really see what I'm doing with the tripod in the way. And I'm going to push it down. You see how it's almost to the crease? And I'm going to take it, and I'm going to flip it over and make sure I have it straight, and I do. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to flip it back over, and I'm going to reach into the pocket. Again, you can't see what I'm doing, but I am just pushing down onto the back of the bottom of the pocket. And there we have it. It's all glued together. And then this is going to be the top of our folio, like so. So yeah, it looked complicated, but it really wasn't. For me, it was the videotaping portion of it that was the most complicated part. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to take this little flap that we had left over, and I think I might want to do, I don't know, do I want to do that or do I want to do that? Decisions. I think I'm going to go. No, I think I'm going to go with this because this is the exact same piece. So yeah, I'm going to put a little variety in it. Okay, so now that you have your flap left, okay, or your closure left, what I'm going to show you, if I can find my ruler, which has, oh, here we go. This piece right here, which is the very top of the folio, measures 3 inches, okay? So we're going to take this piece and we are going to score it on my little mini scoreboard at 3 inches, okay? Where's my score tool? Whoop. And that's going to create the little crease that we need when we want to fold the flap over the top. See, like on here, we have this little strip here. That's going to create that little fold, okay? So we scored it, and we want this to be the outside. Let me get rid of my scoreboard. And then, of course, I'm just going to grab, and I'm going to ink this a little bit more, because why not? I've been torturing you all along with all the inking, so why not keep on going? Okay. And then we're going to grab our folio, okay, and we're just going to fold this so that it stays nice and closed. We're going to fold that piece down too. And we're going to attach our closure, okay? So we want this side to be the side that shows. Just going to ink it a little. This is really grungy. This is awesome. Okay. All right, we've inked it. So now we're going to put glue on here. We're going to go down the sides and the bottom and a little bit in the middle. And we're going to figure out just about where the center is. And I say right about there. Does that look like the center? That looks like the center to me. And we're going to glue it down. Okay, and then let me close my glue, if I can get that done quickly. We're just going to add a little piece, or a little Velcro closure. And I know they are in here. Yes, they are. We're going to grab a little Velcro closure. And we're going to add our Velcro. I am not going to attempt to do a grommet because those of you who watch me know how well that usually does not go. And we're going to put the sticky side attached to our little flap. And this is how I always do it. And we're going to take our fuzzy side and we're going to attach that fuzzy side down to our little pointy side. Okay. And then we're going to flip our cover over and we are going to push down on the cover and we're going to attach our Velcro to the folio itself, and we're going to pull it up and make sure that they're both attached, and there we go. There is our little 3-pocket flippy floppy folio. And since I promised you that it would be something you could hang up, I am going to punch a hole in it. And I'm going to take my crocodile. And I actually am not going to be able to do that. Okay. What I'm going to do is I am going to take my crocodile and I am going to punch a hole in the lid part of the folio, right about there. Okay, so we have our hole. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pencil and I am going to draw around that little hole and make a mark on the little flap that we created. Okay, see we have that little spot? And then I'm going to take my crocodile and I'm going to punch a hole into the flap like so, right over the little pencil mark. There we go. Okay, so now you have your little hole where you can hang this up on the wall. Okay, now you can put a grommet in here. And you know what? Let me not disappoint you. Let me get up and grab a grommet. Excuse the noise of my chair. And let me grab a grommet. I'll grab my jar of grommets. And I'm going to put in a grommet. Okay, I'm going to use one of my oversized grommets. I can't remember at this point where I got them from, but they are a little large. And first, oops, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. We got through 40 minutes without me almost kicking you. All right. It's an oversized grommet, and I will have to look through my Amazon and see if I can find the name of them. But for some reason, something with stamp, I can't remember. Okay, we're going to put our grommet in to our holes, and I am going to attempt, hopefully attempt to squish my grommet and get it to stay. And it's not going. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, wish me luck. Here goes nothing. Okay. Oh, I think I did it. Well, it's a little crooked, but it's not too bad. So now there's your grommet, and you can hang this on the wall like so, or you can just flip it closed and put it on your desk like this, and it will, if you wanted to, these pockets will, if you have it open and hanging on the wall, they will hold an ink pad, okay? Or you can tuck in pencils, you can tuck in erasers, you can tuck in your extra Velcro pieces. But yeah, it's pretty handy to have. And there you go. Once again, there's our little flip-up folio, and that's the one we created. And that's the one we created, only you weren't looking. Let me get this out of the way. And this is the one that I created as my prototype. Now you will notice that this one is created from the Atelier d'Art Stamperia paper that I showed you guys last week. This one is created from the Bauhaus paper. This one is going to go with my Bauhaus journal. And this is going to be going with another journal that I'm going to create using this paper. And as I said in the beginning, this one is either going to go in my shop, or I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it. But yeah, this would be the one that we made together. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Believe me, it took me quite a while to get it up and ready for you. And like I said, it looks complicated, but it really isn't. So I hope you'll go over and try to make one. I've just ordered some new paper from Crafter's Companion, and it's brick patterns. And it's a double-sided paper pad with all sorts of really cool brick patterns on it. And I just wanted to show you what I've been doing. I bought a resin set, and I have been making little resin pieces. And let me tell you, it's easy, but it isn't as easy as I thought it was. And, you know, a couple of these came out. See, that one's kind of splotchy. But I was playing with those and playing with some little elements that I had purchased to make my little potion bottles that I use at Halloween. But yeah, they still came out kind of cute. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to let me go, and I'm going to try to upload this video so that you can watch it on Monday. And I have another video, which I hope will go up on Monday afternoon. And yeah, we're going to call it done. Okay, guys, thank you. I'm sending lots of love and hugs, and especially big love and big hugs to my friend Dave Flynn, Dash of Dave. He lost his mom this week. So yeah, we all struggle with that, I know. So I just want to send Dave an especially big hug and lots of love. And I want you all to please, if you'd like, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you tomorrow when I hopefully will be able to make more videos. Okay, guys? Bye-bye for now, and thank you for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.